Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. So this is my most recent pickup here. Harbor Freight's having their 10 days of deals, and today this one drawer cart happened to be on sale for $75, which is normally $130. I've looked at these carts before, and they've been on sale, and they're usually over $100, and I've never really given it a second thought. However, when I saw that the sale was going to be $75, which is I think something like 42 or 43% off, I was like, you know what, let's take a look at this. I already have the actual US General 52 right there, and I have the cart right there, the 5 drawer, the most common one. So I pretty much have everything now except for the 4 drawer. I'm sorry, the 4 drawer cart, and then the service cart, which I've been looking at as well potentially to get. But I got this for a very specific reason, and I'll show you guys here in a second. But just kind of quick overview. I bought this. Luckily, they actually had it in stock. I was able to grab it. Box is pretty small. I was able to just fit it in the back seat of a kind of like a mid-size SUV. It's no problem whatsoever. I was able to lift it up. Didn't need a dolly or anything like that, unlike the 5 drawer, which I had to basically use a truck for. But there's a ton of videos on this thing online, so I won't make this too long. But basically, it's a 1 drawer cart. Has nice space here for whatever you're working on. The drawer right here seems to work very well. It comes with 4 keys. Only real complaint, but for $75 I'll let it go, is the liner came kind of damaged here. It looks like a part of the layers is gone, probably part of the shipping. But again, $75, not a big deal. I can easily just buy some of this stuff for a couple bucks and just redo it myself. And then it's got some space down here for extra storage. But basically, oh, and then the nice thing about it is it has 4 swivel casters, 2 of which are locking. So it's much more maneuverable than the ones that come with 2 fixed casters and 2 swivel casters. So that's kind of a nice little feature right there. But I'm going to pause here just real quick just to kind of show you the main reason why I got this cart. All right, here we go, and I'm back. So basically, as you can see here, I saw this. This isn't my idea. I saw somebody else do it on YouTube. I apologize. I forget the username of the person that I saw. So if it was you, please leave a comment down below. I'm happy to give you a shout out for this idea. But I saw this and I thought it was genius. Basically, it's just a couple of 2x4s that are cut to about 35 inches. They could probably be cut a little bit smaller, but for right now, this seems to work. And then my 10-inch sliding compound miter saw fits on here just perfectly. So now this kind of becomes a cart just for this. I don't use the miter saw that often, but it is nice to have a dedicated kind of place to put it instead of, sometimes I work on it on the ground. Sometimes I use my table saw stand and take my table saw off of it, things like that. But this right here, granted, it's a little bit, shorter than I would like. It would be nicer if it was just a little bit higher. But overall, for $75 for kind of a multi-use cart, I thought it was a pretty good deal. So I think this is kind of going to be one of my use cases, and I'll probably, put all of the accessories and stuff in the drawer, the extra blades and things like that. And yeah, this way I can kind of, move it around very easily and have something to cut. Usually when I'm busting out a miter saw, it's just to cut 2x4s for projects, things like that. If you guys haven't watched my build a gutter truck and gutter warehouse, I used a miter saw to kind of build a roof in the warehouse so that we can practice on. And I'm actually going to continue that series here pretty soon, as I just kind of finished building out the truck earlier today. But again, just want to do a quick video. $75, not a bad deal for a little cart. Their plastic cart I think normally sells for around $80 or so. So for $5 cheaper. Granted, I'm making this video pretty late in the day, but if you guys were anything like me and happened to go to Harbor Freight today, you could have walked out with this. So tell me, what do you guys think? Is this a good use case for it, or do you think I should get a dedicated stand? I actually bought for the warehouse. They have the actual dolly that turns into a miter saw stand. That one's actually also on sale right now, but it's $99. But that one pretty much is a single use thing, and it's pretty bulky and heavy. And I have in the warehouse the 12-inch sliding compound miter saw. For the house, like I said, I just have a 10-inch, and I figured for this, this would be a better use case for me than that kind of dolly / work stand for it. So again, tell me what you guys think. Please leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.